Riv. Hey guys, Sneaky and Meteos here to join us. Sneaky, I want to start with you because you guys ran for a Corki Karma lane. Corki, first time seeing this split in the LCS, sup with the champion.
Corki's pretty sweet. There was a recent buff that gave his Q a AD bonus ratio, so he's a lot stronger than before when he had the changed Q, because it's actually really slow, but it's a little bit longer ranged, and it's a lot different to use than from before.
So why are you picking Corki? What's the point of the champion?
He's just basically like a really mobile, safe, lots of damage, like hybrid damage champion, basically. Kind of the same role as Lucian, but I guess more all-in-y or all-outy with Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Meteos, you guys ended up first picking Eve, and then the rest of your team composition was built around having no real lockdown, just a bunch of slows. How did that affect the way you guys approach the game?
Well, it made ending out the game once we had a lead pretty hard because they had a Thresh, and we had basically no hard CC at all, and a Ziggs to wave clear, and we didn't really have good siege either. So we sort of ended up with this awkward team comp where it's really hard to do things, but eventually we were able to get some catches on people just through controlling the map with a lot of wards and clearing out their vision, and eventually we were able to push in.
Yeah, we actually have one of those moments where you're able to catch them 22 minutes into the game, into the top lane, if we can pull it up on the screen. And Meteos or Sneaky, kind of talk to me about how this opportunity arose and why you're able to close them in.
Muse would know more about this.
I'm
Cause I
just
don't-
flanking from behind.
Oh, okay, this is where Hai walks up and pretty much based them by giving his life, and then we were able to get a really good fight off it, because even though Hai died, we had better position because they dove in super hard for him. And then I think Ziggs was late to the party, so we were able to just dive them after killing Shyvana, which was their main tank. And so 3 squishy people under a turret without their most fed player there, we were able to get a pretty good dive on them. And then
right there, I wanted to turn because there was no real way I was getting out, and I just had to fight, and I ended up dying for it.
Got a kill, though,
Yeah.
for your team at least. And that was a pretty close fight, actually. I think it ended up 3 for 2 on the other side. Or was it?
Yeah, because then Balls turns around
Yeah,
and
Ball
dies.
turns around and does.
yeah.
Unfortunate.
How sad were you when he just like gives away free kill to ManCloud?
Well, it happens. We don't really say anything during the game, but in my head I'm just like, nice, good job, Balls.
just reprimanding him in the middle of your head. Okay. So then kind of breaking through farther in the game, of course, you guys scale up. I guess, yeah, you already talked about sort of how you close the game out. Like, so let's actually sort of look forward now to the game, because you've got more matches to go on as well, of course. Later on today, CLG. Tomorrow, TSM. Pretty kind of tough schedule for you guys. Is there any dread for these matches, or are you just going to take care of business as usual?
I think these matches are going to be really hard. I think CLG has looked just phenomenal their past few games, so I think our game versus CLG is going to be really hard. And luckily, we're secured in second, so even if we lose, it's okay. But we're going to give it our best, and I think it'll be a good game. And as for TSM, they're still looking good as always, so I guess that comes down to our fight for first place with them.
And I feel like there's this strange thing going on with Cloud9, how you're like an underappreciated 21-4 team in a sense, because you guys are now on a 10-game winning streak. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. Do you feel a little disrespected at all by the fans because you guys have just been at the top, but no one's really noticing it?
I didn't actually realize we were on a 10-game streak either.
Yeah.
I noticed right before the game because I looked at my match history and I saw 9 wins. And our last loss was to XDG, so I was like, oh man, I wonder if they're going to shut us down again. But no, it's kind of good in a sense because when you get too much appreciation, it gets to your head and you get a little like complacent maybe. So when no one is saying good job or anything, it makes it so we just keep working, notice our mistakes, keep trying to improve, which is I think better.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that no one says good job because Sneaky, I want to say good job. You're now tied for first place in kills in a split so far. Of this season so far, you're tied with Bjergsen.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel like you kill a whole bunch of people? You're just like, oh, business as usual.
I know the last few games I've gotten a lot of kills, but before that, like this game actually, I got a bunch of assists, and I was like, oh, I need these kills. I want more gold.
Yeah, you got to get in there stealing. Valkyrie 4, the death is worth it if you get the kill.
Is it?
Yes. You got to type it. I think that's kind of a required point, but KD doesn't matter. It's the kill score.
Okay.
Just keep that
Did
up.
I pass you in KDA after this?
Did you die?
No.
You probably did.
Oh, man, the rivalry. You guys just going for like the podium spots. So actually, I want to talk about podium spots then, because I know you keep talking to me about the fact that you're only third place in the All-Star vote. And
Yeah.
you tweeted out that Sneaky should go to All-Star by being last week's MVP, like highest KDA and all this. Well, you can bring him if you just win the spring split.
That's the goal, but
True.
TSM and CLG are looking really good, and then there's a lot of other teams in playoffs too, so it's hard to win the split, but we'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, final question for you guys. how are you preparing for this COG match? Like, were you looking past XDG? Is this really the match you guys are looking forward to today?
No, we didn't look past XCG. We take every match as the same, so we don't become unprepared and lose a game for no reason.
Awesome stuff.
Cool. So you're going to focus up and get the CLG game ready in the next basically hour or two?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, guys. We'll see you in a couple hours. Of course, we've got more to go on today. We're going to take a quick break to rebuild the Nexus after that one shattered. Next up is a battle for 5th place as Coast takes on Curse. Don't go anywhere.